guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm doing my annual getting ready for guests and sharing my guest prep checklist for the holidays. So I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Grove Collaborative, who has been an amazing sponsor on my channel this year, and I have been a customer of theirs since, before we started working together. So huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right in. So I'm gonna start in the bathroom. Now this is my kids' bathroom, but it also is a guest bathroom when we have family come to visit. So I always start by cleaning the floors and the sinks and the showers and just removing any personal items and just kind of adding a few details to make the space feel a little bit more inviting and less of a kids' bathroom, which can definitely get dirty and stinky and gross. I have 2 boys, so it happens. It doesn't always look clean, but I'm gonna clean it before the guests come. I do try to do a little bit of guest prep when we have family or friends coming to visit, but sometimes the schedule's crazy and I don't get a chance to do as much as I would want to. But I do like to add just kind of the basics. So cotton pads, ear swabs. I love these glass bottles. I get them from Grove. And then the refillable hand soap. So basically you get a large refillable and you have the glass bottle. It's gonna save not only space, but prevent any waste just from buying hand soap over and over again. It can be hard, but I'm trying to be more mindful of, waste and just not as much plastic and things like that. So I'm adding a pomegranate candle. I also have the matching scent for the hand soap, and then I always love to have flowers that kind of go with the season. So I'm sticking with autumn because it's Thanksgiving. Now the thing is we're actually going on a road trip for Thanksgiving, but we have someone staying at our house watching our house. So this works whether you have someone staying at your house as a house guest and you're there or you're not there. I do try to have a toiletries basket of some type in the bathroom with a few must-haves that my guests may have forgotten. So this is a new line from Grove called Seedling, and it is a more sustainable tissue toilet paper. It's made from bamboo and sugar cane as opposed to trees. So I've been using it recently. I put the tissues, some body and facial scrubbers, some shampoo and conditioner in a basket in the bathroom. I also added just a few other little details to make it feel more like a guest bathroom, more like a hotel than a kid's bathroom. And I always try to do this when guests come to stay, although I'm sure they would not mind a kid's bathroom. The other thing too is that I try to add tons of extra toilet paper in the bathroom because I feel like it can be a little embarrassing to have to ask, hey, you ran out of toilet paper, do you have more? So I always try to put extra above the toilet. I need extra toilet paper regardless with my kids, so I just try to make sure I have plenty of toilet paper above the toilet. We've been having family come to visit us even when we lived in a little tiny apartment. So the one thing that I always do, even if you don't have a guest room, I think clean sheets are kind of a must-have. So I always clean the sheets every time a guest comes. And during the holidays, I like to add a little something as kind of like a pre-holiday gift. So in this case, it's different. I've done videos in the past where I have snacks and water bottles and a few other ideas. This time I did some brand new slippers and a robe that I knew would fit the guest and they can take it home, and also just like a few bedside essentials. So just kind of do whatever you feel comfortable with. But if a guest is coming and you happen to be popping into Target or you're shopping online, pick up something that would be something that they would appreciate. I'm going to add some current magazines next to the bed, and then also on the nightstand I like some fresh flowers, maybe some lip balm, tissue. I added an essential oil diffuser. I'm going to put some lavender essential oil in there so the room smells really good. Make sure the clicker is right there so that they can watch TV, and the room just feels fresh and inviting and guest friendly. So Also, with 2 boys and 2 dogs, my carpets just don't always smell as good as I would want them to, and a trick that I use all of the time is I take baking soda and I add a few drops of essential oil. I'm using an essential oil blend called Purify. This is a really nice, refreshing blend, but you can use whatever blend you prefer. I've used lemon before. And also, I would recommend Googling which essential oils are best to use around pets. I personally just don't let my dogs in the carpeted rooms. They're usually not allowed in the carpeted rooms anyway, but sometimes they go in there, and, I've had 2 puppies, so they have peed in there. So I try to keep the doors closed and keep them out of there when I do this carpet cleaner, but it is definitely a lot better than most store-bought carpet refreshers or cleaners, which have a lot of different chemicals. The other thing that I really like to do is I usually clean the windows and then I open up a window just to let fresh air through the room. And I like to do this with all the rooms when I'm cleaning, especially if it's a nice day, just so that, a lot of fresh air is coming through the room. And then that kind of finishes off the guest bedroom, and it's all cleaned and ready to go. Moving into the kitchen, whether I have a house-sitting guest or a guest staying with us, I try to refill the dish soap and hand soap that is right there next to the sink. I have a glass dispenser for dish soap and also one for hand soap, so if someone wants to wash dishes by hand or wash their hands, there are 2 different soaps there that are in refillable glass bottles. So the more festive one is dish soap and the other one is hand soap. And then also just refilling the basics, like make sure there's paper towels. Around Thanksgiving and Christmas, I like to add a little bit of color and just a few little festive details, nothing overboard. So I'm just adding some kitchen towels that are a little bit more Thanksgiving festive, and just to kind of add that little extra touch. We normally have a fruit basket in our kitchen. I actually recently got this more shallow one, just because with the deeper baskets, the fruit kind of gets lost in the bottom and they end up going bad. So this is also a great idea when you have guests. Just put out some fresh fruit, maybe some bagels, some cereal in a container, and let them know, hey, feel free to grab that if you're up before me. It can be uncomfortable sometimes if, they're hungry and you're not going to be making breakfast for everyone every single morning. It might be uncomfortable for them to ask, for breakfast. So having things that are just easy to access and right there is, really helpful. Another thing on my checklist is a coffee station. Now, a few years back, I did mention this on my channel. We were having my husband's family stay with us for Christmas. A coffee station is really nice. We pretty much have a coffee station already every single morning where we get up and make ourselves a cup of coffee. So I just kind of clean it up. I add a few more items just so that they don't have to search high and low for sugar and mugs and things like that. So I just kind of set it all out. Now, I want to mention that, of course, I do try to prepare before we have guests, but there have been times, like, right after I had my son, where I wasn't pulled together and I didn't have little details like this, and everybody was very understanding. So if you don't have the time to do this, I think most people will completely understand. But a few of these things, they just don't take that much additional time or effort, and I feel like it, really makes a huge difference. And it makes a difference so that your guest doesn't feel like they have to come and ask you, where are the mugs? Where is everything? It's just kind of right there. And even if they do know where everything is, it's just a little bit more inviting to have a little station just kind of ready to go with mugs and sugar and all of that. I also have to-go mugs that we recently got, so that's really nice for, if somebody wants to make a cup of coffee and go. These are a few things on my guest prep checklist that I try to do when we have guests. And I feel like even if you can only do one thing, even if it's just the coffee station and a bowl of fruit, especially around this time of the year, it's really about that time spent with family and showing them how much we appreciate them and enjoy that time. So huge thanks to Grove Collaborative for sponsoring this video. They are offering this free gift with purchase to new customers. When you click the link in my description, all of the details will be in the description. This is their new holiday pomegranate set. So you get the natural hand soap with no synthetic ingredients. You get the really pretty glass festive container and the tray. So that's actually a really pretty hosting gift as well. So if you didn't want to keep it, but you wanted to give it to your guest. So be sure to click my link below and shop Grove Collaborative. I have been a customer of theirs for a year and a half. Before they even sponsor my channel, I get a box every month, and there's so much goodness on there. Everything from household items to items for kids and the family. Huge thanks to them again for supporting my channel. And for you guys watching, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye!